Okay, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing alright. Today I got a little DIY project that I'm going to be filming and I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm interested in having my own mountain hatch tailgate platform. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been working out of the back of my truck, whether it's camping or hunting or even just projects around the house, and that corrugated steel or even the plastic insert with the ridges in it on your tailgate, it's just super unfriendly to trying to get anything done. If you want to set a drink down on it or anything like that, it's horrible. So for me, the main reason was I like to go camping a lot. If you follow me on Instagram or even have seen some of my other videos, you know that I like to go camping. I just wanted a more real estate to be able to get more things done, like food prep, stuff like that. So that's my reasoning behind this project. That being said, it's a pretty straightforward process. It's super simple. You're just going to need a few tools, and I'll put those down in the description box below. That way you guys can see sort of what I used. The most expensive thing, other than the tools if you already have them, is the board that we're going to be using, which is a marine grade plastic. I got mine in about 3/8 inch thickness, and it's the same style boards that they use for like filleting fish on deep sea fishing boats. So with all of that spiel out of the way, let's jump into the project. First thing you're going to need is to close your tailgate and make sure that it doesn't, wherever you're going to install this thing, it's not going to interfere with any existing parts of the body when everything's said and done. Going to measure out distance here. The width of this platform on my truck, which is a 2002 Dodge Dakota, cannot exceed 53 inches. So we're just gonna measure that out real quick, mark it out. Let's spin this around and test our fitment. Uno más. I like it. Okay, now that we got that cut done, we need to measure this section because we're 24 inches. Well, just under 24. Damn, they cheated me out of product. They gave me 23 3/4. Ain't that some shit? Alright, so we gotta measure. This ridge right here is where the bed meets the tailgate when it's closed. So we can't exceed this. So I'm going to shoot for the crown of that bump. And we're going to call it 17.5 on that side. Double check, same on that side. So 17.5 is our cut. Alright, so don't laugh too hard, but I found a spare piece of trim board. And I guess we're going to have to trust that Lowe's wouldn't sell me a crooked piece of trim board, right? LOL. Even though we all know the truth. Alright, I think we got it all measured out proper and figured out, so here goes nothing for the final cut. Let's check the other side, make sure it's clear. Let's save that piece, we might be able to use that for something. Now let's double check and hope everything was good. Oh man, that's going to be so much nicer to climb on it. That was one of the biggest things for me, was climbing in and out while camping. Running your knees on that corrugated steel. That's going to be nice. If y'all know of any fancy way to put my own logo in here like the Mountain Hatch does, then let me know. Shoot your boy a line. I'm going to have to figure out my screw placement, I guess. Oh, let me show you the tool. So I got mine off of Amazon, but you can get yours. I'm sure any hardware store carries them, but if you're familiar with riveting at all, it's pretty much the same thing, except instead of the little rivets that you get these things that are basically like a nut on the inside. Nut. And so what you do is you rivet these into your pilot hole, and then you can fasten stuff with a bolt or a screw or whatever, for those of you that are unaware. So this is what we're going to be using. This is my my Picasso layout, my tape, just to let me know where these ridges run, because I'm going to be putting 4 here, 1 here, and the same on the other side, and then I'm going to run 4 probably in line with these ones on the front. So yeah, I'm going to put my material on there, get it clamped on, and then drill my pilot holes. That way I know where to put all of them. Alright, so another reason why I chose the thickness that I did is that I knew there was going to be, because this ridge that runs along the back is a little bit higher than everything else on the tailgate, so I knew there was going to be a height issue, and I didn't want it to like pop or stick and just flex when I get on here. So I thought the 3/8 was a good size to keep that from happening. So now we got our drill, got everything all lined up. I'm going to clamp it down, that way it doesn't move, and then I can pick my spots where I'm going to drill my little pilot holes. That way when I remove this, I'll know where to put my RivNuts at, and then later I can come back and mill out the holes on the board and do it proper that way. So let me get set up for that. Kind of breezing through these holes for somebody that was a little bit scared of drilling holes in the fucking tailgate. Guess the first one's the only one to really be afraid of, huh? Moment of truth. That one wasn't dead center, but it wasn't bad. Alright guys, I took a little bit of a break, and well, I popped a few in just because I've never used one of these tools before. I popped a few in off camera. Came out pretty good, pretty flush. This one was the first one. It's a little off, but it's not going to make that big of a difference. So I saved, what, like 2 of them to do on camera. Once you get the first one drilled in, it's not too big of a deal. So the way this works is the arms on this thing, and you pull them all the way up, thread that on there. There's adjustments that you do to this thing too, but there's plenty of videos out there to show you how to use one of these things if you've never used it before. You slide it in there, and you want to put good pressure down, that way you can make sure it's flush. And then you just give her the ugga-duggas. And there we go. I like it. Let's make sure our beads fit in there. Yeehaw. Alright, now we're going to test the fitment of this thing. Okay, so all I'm doing is drilling it back through my pilot holes carefully, because you don't want to go down into the RivNut that you put in and screw up the threads on that. So just go slow and gently, and then what I'm doing is I'm driving these bad boys in there. Straight as I can. Honestly, I probably could have got away with smaller RivNuts. This seems like it's going to be pretty overbuilt, but oh well. Better to be overbuilt than underbuilt. So this is our pilot hole from when we did it earlier before we put the RivNuts in. I'm just taking the same size diameter drill bit. Actually, I think this one's slightly smaller because this is plastic, so it's not going to be that hard to get these screws to run through it. So we're just going back through our pilot hole gently. Once we break through, we stop. If I can hold on to it, grab one of these guys. Try to keep it straight. If you did everything proper, when you did your pilot holes and everything, clamped everything down real good, all of your pilot holes will line back up. Alright, kind of ground down the edges a little bit. Got a nice clean edge so it's not a sharp edge on the side. I think we're done. Let's remove this protective cover. And that's it. Okay guys, so there you have it, your own DIY version of a mountain hatch tailgate platform. If you enjoyed the video, do all the YouTube-y stuff and drop me a like and subscribe and all that if you want to see more content like this, or even just camping or gear reviews, that sort of thing. If not, well hey, thank you for stopping by. If you know of anybody that's maybe trying to do something similar, share this video with them. My entire reasoning behind doing this video was to help at least one person who had similar goals as me. So yeah, that was a fun little project, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.